In this 10th video, we'll look at how to research secondary sources. Southeastern's library is a great place to start your search for secondary sources. You can locate a wealth of sources simply by using its website and accompanying databases. Accordingly, an instruction session by the library staff for this class has been arranged, and it will be announced to the students. This instruction may have already taken place by the time you get to this video. Historically, libraries use the Dewey Decimal System to classify books. First employed by Melville Dewey in 1876, it's been revised many times, most recently in 2011. The Dewey system assigned all knowledge under 10 broad subject categories numbered 0 through 900. Social sciences are in the 300s and history is in the 900s. While the Dewey system is still in use in places, over time the Dewey system was not flexible enough to cover all the emerging fields of knowledge. For this reason, the United States Library of Congress, the nation's repository of published materials, created the Library of Congress catalog system about the dawn of the 20th century. By employing a combination of letters and numbers, it's able to greatly expand the number and type of citations. Catalogs, that is. In general, American history is found in the EF range, while European history is in the D to DR range. Now, by the late 20th century, a nonprofit had created the Online Computer Library Center, commonly known as OCLC. It allowed libraries worldwide to share data about their collections. Today, most libraries, including Southeastern's, are members of OCLC, which allows students to locate bibliographic, abstract, or short summaries, and full-text articles and books from libraries around the world. Among its many services, OCLC produces and maintains WorldCat. It's a union catalog that itemizes collections of over 70,000 participating libraries in over 170 countries. Today, WorldCat is the world's largest bibliographic database. As an aside, under the Open WorldCat program launched in 2003, a subset of WorldCat's records are available to popular internet search, bibliographic, and book-selling sites. First Search, operated by OCLC, is in essence a search engine that assists users in navigating WorldCat's approximately 450 million bibliographic data in just seconds. There are, of course, smaller, more precise databases unrelated directly to OCLC, some designed just for the humanities or history. Most notable among these is JSTOR, which specializes in academic content in a number of disciplines, including history. It includes full access to many of its almost 3,000 academic journals. Scholars usually publish their work first in academic journals, so JSTOR is especially valuable for this. Also, working with over 1,200 different publishers, JSTOR includes a number of full-text monographs. JSTOR does include some primary sources, but it's stronger in the sciences and American history. Now, Ebsco, it's an old, huge company that did a lot of things, but it began selling subscription online databases in the late 1990s. And among them, the most notable for a history study is America, History and Life. It's an excellent index covering the history and culture of only the United States and Canada. It doesn't cover other parts of the world. There are many other databases online, so you think, well, what does all this have to do with you and your research? Well, Southeastern's library subscribes to these databases. It has services such as OCLC and WorldCat, JSTOR, and others. They are subscriptions, but Southeastern, or more importantly, your tuition fees, pay for the costs. This means that working through SOSU's library webpage and with the assigned password, you can get you can get just about anything from any library. You can access these sites through your own laptop at home. Knock yourself out. Go research away. Or more ominously, you don't have an excuse to say, I didn't know about that book or article, or I couldn't find that book or article. It's all accessible. All you got to do is go to Southeastern's library webpage and click on electronic sources and play around with it. Explore it. If you have any questions, ask a librarian. The website has an Ask a Librarian link, and you can always just walk into the library itself and ask the reference librarian, who's situated at the desk near the front door. And don't be shy. They're paid to work with you, and it's their job. This knowledge will serve you well in all of your history classes and other disciplines too. Of course, anyone can simply go to the Library of Congress's own webpage and click on Searching the Catalog. This will bring up several options for keyword searches. You may find that given the vastness of the collection that your search turns up too many citations. Still, a casual perusing of the catalog may turn up any number of possible secondary sources. Needless to say, of course, local libraries, whether public or academic, may also prove helpful. All of them generally have cataloging services online. You can, of course, locate what book and articles Southeastern's library has from the library's own catalog. And if the library has it, then hey, you're in luck. Just go get it from the stacks. The problem more likely is that Southeastern's library doesn't have it. Southeastern's library only contains about 200,000 titles, and many of them are quite dated. This does not thankfully mean that you can't get the book or article you've located. Southeastern's library participates in a broad consortium of libraries which share books. You can, in short, get the book sent to Southeastern's library through what's called interlibrary loan. There's a link on Southeastern's library page that says interlibrary loan. When you click on this, you can fill out a form and the library will order the book and notify you when it arrives. You then have a set period of time before you must return the book or the article to the library. Now, smart students realize that this may take several days to a week to get the book or article, so they do this early in their term. This obviously is another reason for students not to wait just before the papers due to conduct their research. Again, if you have any questions, just ask the reference librarian. Southeastern's librarians are amazing people. They have also created a link on the library's page called LibGuides. That's what it says, but it's short for library guides. And you click on this link and then click on history. What turns up are links to various history courses. They're not that many of them, but there are a few. You might be in luck if that's your course. But anyway, among them is one for this course itself, History 2001. But in any event, once you click on the course link, there will be a menu bar across the top with such scroll downs as books and bibliographies, documents, and even suggestions for external websites that relate directly to that course. Many are helpful in locating secondary sources and primary sources. Hey, why not take advantage of the work the librarians have done for you? As a general rule, whenever you're dealing with keyword searches in databases, be sure to play around with all relevant terms and words. Sometimes you'll find that one word pulls up a relevant source while another closely related term doesn't. The keyword searches themselves check for specific individual words and terms used in the title, description, and bibliographic summaries of the book or articles. They may not include another logically related topical term or word. No matter where you locate your secondary sources, be sure to maintain a record of what you've done, websites you have visited, or databases you have searched. Be sure to print out or record any relevant bibliographic data, or perhaps what you've done in locating or ordering the books and when they need to be returned. You will find that as time passes, it can become confusing. You don't want to have to repeat your work. In concluding this video on researching secondary sources, I kind of want to go back and reiterate something. Just Googling a few keywords and citing websites that come up does not constitute sufficient research. It may have worked in high school, as I mentioned before, but it will not in college. Be forewarned. This concludes the video on research in secondary sources.